Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to this waning night. I'm your host, Moon, just a nerdy girl doing nerdy things and sometimes even moony things. Today, we are back with some more Genshin Impact. Aside from chat, let me go ahead and say hi, everyone. Hi, Eden. Hi, Sylvanesti. Zach. Viper. Welcome to the stream. So here's what we're doing. Here's how this gonna go tonight. So first, we're gonna do 3 10 pulls. We're gonna do 3 10 pulls. Then we're gonna play Furina. If I don't get her by then, we're like regardless. I'm gonna play Furina Story Quest. Disclaimer: I have seen it. I have seen somebody else play it before, so I know everything that's going to happen in it. But I will still give my commentary anyway. And then if I haven't pulled Furina within those 3 pulls, I'm like that's still relatively low pity. Like I'll just keep pulling. So okay, I do want to like brag a little bit, just really quickly. I just want to brag a little bit. I can only say this like now until 5.0, but all of my statues of 7s are level 10. Oh gosh. And funny story. I accidentally did a 10 pull on Sigewin's banner. When I tell you, I've never been so happy to see purple. I've never been so happy to see purple. Oh my goodness. And you know, just for the spirit of it, let's see. Nice! Nice! Beautiful. Beautiful. That's perfect. That is perfect. Oh. Hold on. I think yeah. I had a feeling. It was doing it. Eden, don't wish for purple, wish for gold. Like, okay, yes, I was only at 10 pity when I pulled on Sigewin's banner, but you never freaking know. You never freaking know. Like, when you don't want a 5-star, like the 5-star will come sometimes. Yeah, I had 100 when I accidentally did that 10 pull. And I'm at 20 pity. I'm at 20 pity. I've been working very, very hard. And not to mention, yeah, I skipped the entirety of Wander and Baiju's banner. Oh, Viper, you have excellent timing. I was literally just about to take a drink of water. Thank you for the hydrate. Wait, Viper, go to fuck to sleep! I just remember, Viper, go to sleep! Oh my gosh! Alright, Furina. I know I haven't, I know when I first met you, I didn't have the best impression of you. But, I didn't know about your incredibly sad backstory, so I hope you will forgive me and come home. Please. Pretty please. I will bake you a cake and cookies. Alright, Gomming! Give me a Gomming. Give me a Gomming. I want Gomming. Please? I want a Gomming! Yeah, he's on the banner, Eden! He got a rerun before Kaveh! Okay, that's 30. That's 30. All right, here's 40. Can I get a Gomming? Can I get a Gomming? Can I get a Gomming? What is this? Oh, a sacrificial. Do I have that on Bennett? All right, this will be the last pull for now. Before we move on to Furina's story quest. Can I please? Oh, Furina, please. Hey, Delta. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Wish me luck. Furina, please come home. Please, pretty please. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Eden, I think he just blessed me. Hold on. Furina, please. Okay, we got a Gaming. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Oh gosh. Let's go!
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? Ah, you must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all. Fontaine's most beloved star, Furina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Let's bring it home! I've got funds! Let's go! Let's freaking go! Yes, that's 50 penny, baby! Thank you! Oh! Viper! Thank you for the gifted sub! Oh my goodness! Oh, and congrats RC for getting that gifted sub! Hold on one moment. See, 1 second. Hold on, I need to check something. Oh, no. Didn't hear any alerts for that, unfortunately, but thanks again, Viper, for the gifted sub, and please go to sleep. Oh, RC, welcome to the stream! How are you doing? Can I? Oh, yes I can.
I'm really not accustomed to using a vision. Oh, why don't you teach me? I nearly forgot. You've never used a vision either.
I've been working on streaming stuff for a new layout. Always fun. Ooh! I look forward to seeing it then, once it's finished. No, what? What is it that people are saying? Oh, she doesn't know. What don't I know? You guys are like driving me crazy. What's this thing? Hydro. Oh. Okay. Let's get you the Furina vision. It's very pretty. Let's see. I don't know what would be the best for you. Oh, you do use. Oh, okay. I do have sacrificial. Yeah, that one looks good on her for now. Oh, Delta, have you played her story? Oh. Oh, right. I got a constellation. I just realized I'm gonna have to put you on a list of people that have Furina. Please stay away from my Utao. Oh, right, because she heals. She heals. Ooh. Oh, and I got a Gaming constellation. Damn, I don't want to risk. Like, I do want more Gaming constellations, but I don't want to risk. And whenever I pull on standard, I'm always wishing for a Kaya. Always wishing for a Kaya. Do I have him at C1 or? Yeah, I got him at C1. Also, if I do it right, Goro. Oh, Goro healed. Ooh. Guess what? Kokomi. All right, all right. Okay, with that lovely excitement out of the way, let's get into Furina's story quest. You know what? Something oh, RC, I don't know if you're a part of the community Discord, but you should definitely go to the community Discord now that you are a subby. You can actually see the Furina art I made before the rest of the before everyone else can see it. You have a cursed luck method in the pulls. What's your cursed luck method, Delta? Because I actually drew Furina because I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, who should I draw? I want to draw someone. And I was like, oh, you know what? Furina's coming out this week. Let me draw her. That up. I was just curious about what I need to send Furina. Oh, it's gonna be nice to have more options. Oh wait, just teleport. If I buy all the milk, yes, literally, I get a 5-star. I'm not joking. Interesting. No, for some reason, at least in my case, it feels like when I draw certain characters, they come home. Because I don't know if I said this on stream, but I drew Luca from Star Rail, and ever since then he's been flooding my account. Whenever he's right up on a banner, he's the only 4-star I get. I hardly get the new 4-stars. Ooh, draw Ryan when she comes around. Yeah, I might just do that. Like, before I drew Luca, he was E5. I was having no issue getting Eidolons of Luca. But when I was pulling for Topaz, I E12'd him. That motherfucker almost E6'd himself all over again. He came so many times. And then he was always in the Astral Express parlor car, like for months. He would show it at least once. I remember one day, like I'm going off into a tangent, but one day I woke up, logged in, he was in the middle of the parlor car. I log on again, like middle of the day, lunchtime. He's at the back of the parlor car. I log on one more time before I go to sleep. He's at the middle of the parlor car again, and then I go to sleep. I wake up. I open the game again. He's at the front of the parlor car. Luca really appreciates fan art. So if you want to E6 your Luca, draw fan art of him. You have a stalker. Yeah, who's your like 4-star stalker, Delta? All right, Furina, let's go.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new
Serval.
creatures? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
Oh, another Electro lady. Why am I not surprised? You don't have to be so direct.
Paimon's just being enthusiastic. We're old friends now, she gets it.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role. But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
So you want someone to, like, charitably contribute their time.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
That's That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to
Ooh,
take the
what
job.
is it, Eden?
There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
That is true.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Very true.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Chaos! Chaos! My apologies, that was loud.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Got it. We'll go talk to him.
Hyman approved, let's go! Hello there, are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Whoa. Pause. Slow your roll. We did not say all of that.
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already. But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Oh. Well, truth be told, it was rather do I lower the damage and keep it as is? What the book says, it'll be fine. Oh boy. Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts.
Hold on. Let me just type a message to... Here we go. Can't hear me, but I want to show my appreciation anyway. Okay, guys. Incoming ad in like a minute. Fair warning.
All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Oh. Right.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it?
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform.
What are you talking about, Delta? It's not like I'm the DM. Besides, Eden should have already known what answer I was going to give. If he gives me the option of chaos, I'm going to choose chaos.
The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Girl, do not offer up my coffers, okay?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor, and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Ooh, I have not done, Coran's, right, ads. Or isn't the biggest problem? How do we find someone who's a good fit for the role?
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Great minds think alike. I was just thinking that.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now.
Okay, that's a little presumptuous.
She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Oh, you know, Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Oh no, I'm deadly serious.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
Are you guys back from ads? If you are, no, I have not played Cloran's story quest. Oh yeah, like I've also seen that like Cloran's story quest is D&D related, which I think is like really fun, like because that's her hobby, in fact.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular.
Ooh.
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner.
Imagine being into D&D. Freaking love Coran. Yes, Delta, we know how much you love your Electro ladies.
She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine.
Oh yeah, happy birthday,
including
Miko.
myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Are you prepared to do whatever it takes?
Well, yes, but...
No, I will not shut up, Delta. Did you say happy birthday to your foxy lady? Her message? her message, though.
Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her.
Very true.
And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Paimon, she did that to save the entirety of her what? It was an act! She had to do it! Oh my gosh! Don't drag her like that! I am now a Furina defender. Let's go. It'll be good to check in on her anyway.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
Thank you for the look, Viper. I hope that means you're going the fuck to sleep.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Not Catherine just doxing Furina.
Woo! When did you get here?
We've been talking right next to the Adventurers Guild.
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
You know, I wonder if, like, okay, considering, like, Tevat doesn't have, like, cell phones and, like, they, like, if you want to communicate with someone, you, like, send mail. I wonder if, like, contact information is just literally your address. And I kind of wonder if that's how it was done, like, back in the day before, you know, like, cellular phones. If you want to get in contact with someone, you have to give them, like, the place where you live in order to get in contact with them. That's not safe anymore. Well, then again, if you think about it, it wasn't all that safe in the past, but... Oh gosh. Alright, Furina.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place, it's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
Paimon, we used to sleep outside all the time. Okay. We used to sleep outside. A lot. Yes, I know we're adventurers and, like, that's kind of the norm, but, like, we were homeless, essentially. We were homeless before we got our teapot. So shut up, please. Please.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Oh, Furina. Oh, can I give you a hug? Oh gosh, you sound so defeated. Oh.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Oh, speaking of macaroni, I had macaroni for dinner. Specifically, I had like macaroni. I added some chicken bites and buffalo sauce, so I could have buffalo mac and cheese, like in chicken. What you guys have for dinner tonight? I hope, like, well, considering different time zones. What did you guys have to eat for dinner slash, what was the last meal you ate? And I hope it was recent. Wait, you've never had buffalo sauce? What? Does buffalo sauce have egg in it or something? Well, I mean, it's a kind of hot sauce. So, like, I mean, he's just never had it. Delta's only eaten like 3 things in his life. Well, considering all the food allergies he has, like, yeah, I guess sometimes that can really limit your palate. But yeah, you just never had it. Oh, you're not a spice guy. I see. I mean, I'm not really too much into spicy stuff either. I like, when I get stuff spicy, I like it mild. I don't like spice, like things being so spicy, like where I'm burning my mouth. I like spicy where it like adds to the overall flavor. Ooh! Oh, Eden, we still gotta go out for you still gotta take me out to dim sum so I can experience it for the first time. Don't you get sick of macaroni every day?
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Damn, Paimon! Damn! I remember not really liking the way Traveler and Paimon behaved in this story quest. Goddamn, I'm starting to remember why. I'm about to yeet this little to the ends of the universe. Honestly, like, I wouldn't say she's struggling to cope. Like, depending on how long it's been between us saving Fontaine and this story quest, like, she could, yeah, she could be like struggling, but like, you don't have to say it out loud. And if she is, we should be there to help her. Goddamn. Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
Hey, simple meals are good.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Yeah. I bet you wish she could cook for you, huh, Delta?
Ah, there it is.
If she actually knew how, I mean. Paimon, shut up!
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
Yeah, I could see you putting your all in the serving, Raiden A and yeah, Miko. I can see it. But Paimon, shut up if, like, yeah, like, she probably never had to learn how to cook until now. Cut her some goddamn slack.
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoot!
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't be mad.
Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being.
Yeah, exactly what the traveler said. Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
We actually can't, Paimon, you're the one who's been saying all the bullshit. We actually came here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Ooh, food pics. Hold on. Let me see. Ooh. Like, I'm full right now because I had a whole ass plate of my dinner. I ate a little more than what I usually do. But yeah, that looks good.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
I don't like this. If not you, then no one.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
You tell Furina about the troupe's plans for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense.
Never, Queen. Never. If anything, I would come over here to give you a goddamn plate of cookies.
After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well-versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
Paimon, she said no. Shut up.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage.
And you have every right to.
Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
Yeah, but trauma. It left you with trauma.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was.
Oh yeah, notice, yeah, she like cut her hair in the back.
Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again.
And her outfit is, black, or at the very least a dark, blue underneath instead of white.
But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
Alright. If that's how you really feel, then we should, respect your decision and move along. You said no, so we should respect your decision and move along.
Paimon can understand.
No buts! No buts! Shut up! Sorry about that. Someone needed information from me, but I don't have that information. Ugh, all right. Don't you love when that happens? All right. Yeah, as I was saying, do not pressure this queen!
But this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
She said no, Paimon.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross.
Respect her boundaries. She said no. Acting is probably traumatic for her at this point, considering what she had to do for 500 goddamn years. Otherwise, all of her people would be dead.
If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Yes, queen.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troop? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare.
Stop. Stop. Don't do this. Stop. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Just leave.
Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You should assume the worst of people. I'm sure there's many people in Fontaine who still, adore you. I know it was a character, but I'm sure people would love the you now. The real you. I'm sure people would love the real you.
True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Oh man, I want to punch Paimon. I want to punch the Traveler too, because they're in on this.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
She said no! Just go already!
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
You're fine, Furina. You're so fine. The Traveler and Paimon are at fault here.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troop will be so disappointed.
Paimon, shut up! Oh my gosh! I don't like the beginning of this. Let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right then, we'll see you around, Furina.
I'm so sorry about these two, Furina. They do not represent my personal values and actions.
Toodaloo to you too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
You deserve that rest. I hope you get great rest, Queen. Damn. Set a goddamn boundary, and then you just kept
Bad, but we
pushing.
have to respect Furina's decision.
Oh, really?
Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories.
Oh, you're just thinking about this. Oh, now you want to respect her boundaries. Oh, after you asked her 3 or 4 times. Oh, pretty please. They don't have anyone else. They're gonna disband. That's not her problem. Oh my gosh. I know we accept the commission and all, but like, she said no. Move on.
Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
She is worse than Insumeru.
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Okay, we were informed that she has a chronic illness. I mean, she would know her body best, so I will trust her decision.
Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
She declined, but hey, it's her decision.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
Yeah. Persuasion, and totally not guilt trippy at all.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
Imagine if we had managed to convince Serena to join, only for her to find out she's no longer needed. Even though she's hiding behind the Adventurers Guild desk. We see you, girlie. We see you.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
I mean, she has every right to be harsh in this case.
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
Yeah, we could have saved everyone a whole lot of trouble.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on.
I'm on. Wait here a second.
Sure.
Hello, Furina.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
Okay, so, Traveler, why the hell are you grabbing Furina like that? Leave her alone, please.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
Yes, let her go. So disrespectful.
Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things.
But you had every right to. Don't apologize.
And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
You don't have to apologize. What?
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
Then why didn't you just show yourself? Oh, Sans, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the
bump.
bump.
For asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you?
She really does.
I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse,
Thank you for the hydrate.
caught me.
Sans, thank you for a stretch. Oh yeah, I forget if I mentioned this. But for all my folks who are subbed to the channel, we have sub badges now. We have sub badges up to the first year. I need to add more. I need to add like for the other milestones. But yes, we now have sub badges.
But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in this serial disappearances case.
Ooh, the callback. Ooh, I got chills.
What?
She was a victim of Vache.
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
But don't worry, they totally drowned the dude. They drowned the dude, as they should have.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us.
Yeah, he absolutely deserved it.
People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. But despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh,
That's so sad.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Viper, welcome back. So what?
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
So you lied to a person, Viper? Is that what you're saying?
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member.
And we appreciate you for that.
But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
Oh, that's cool, Viper.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director.
Yes, please sleep. Please sleep.
Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
A verdict can bring emotional catharsis. They come pouring out and flow away into infinity.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
Paimon, shut up.
You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
You deserve that, Paimon.
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Since it's you, I'll do it.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Well, you're an indie performance troupe, right? So I wouldn't expect. Okay, saying I wouldn't expect too much is like it sounds kind of I don't mean it for it to sound the way I don't like it's saying I don't have eye. That's wrong. I'm trying to say that's the kindest way possible. Oh my gosh. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm sure it looks great. There we go. Right.
Huh? Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant.
CB, thank you for the bit. I appreciate you.
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction. You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying the little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
I mean, sounds fun, actually, Eden. Go ahead. Like, take some inspiration.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Finding an actress was the least of your problems.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human, and sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own.
True, true.
And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script, but the deadline's passed and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way.
You deserve the praise, Furina.
I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really have a... I mean, there's a lot of things you can't have a good play without. And while a finished story is one of them.
He went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson?
Oh, right. He's still upset about that. It's okay, Furina. It's okay. If you need a hug, I'm here. Something wrong?
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show.
This had to be like really recent after all the events happened. It's like, oh my god.
So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Right, to Poisson? Here we go. Here's my dailies. Oh, whoops. And there's a key. Alright, there we go. I just hate the little notification marks. I want to get rid of them.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
Navia! Hi, Queen!
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Aw.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
You've done a lot, Furina, even though... Shit, none of us really knew until the end, but like, damn.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet?
You know what? Yeah, let's talk about... We should have a tea party.
We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just have like a nice little tea party with all the girls. And like we'll have like, oh, Navia can make her macarons, I can make cookies. Like Furina, like I'd love to try your macaroni. And then we can have tea. Sounds like a great time. Let's do it.
And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
Dessert potluck, yeah!
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina.
Oh, I would absolutely give Furina a hug. Oh, you're the biggest hug. Oh my gosh, she does need a hug. But only if she wants it. Only if she wants it. But I would absolutely give her, like, the biggest hug.
It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Thank you, Navia. Yeah, oh right, you were my very first... you were my very first 5-star in the game.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all.
Yes, queen!
Like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Thank you.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there.
Oh, well, hopefully... I forget. When I got Navia, was she on a rerun? I feel like she was. Yeah, I feel like Navia was on a rerun when I got her. So hopefully she'll have another one soon.
I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
I think that was Navia's first banner. No, was it? Was it her first one? Huh. Well, either way, my statement still stands that I hope she gets a rerun soon for Delta's case. Oh. I guess I started playing Genshin right on time then.
I'm so grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her.
Okay, no, I'd be lying if I said Navia was my favorite. It's Nuvi. It's Nuvolette. I can't lie, it's Nuvolette, but Navia is definitely up there in terms of like favorite Fontaine characters.
It's always easiest to just run away from your problems, but that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
Oh, so I got her during her debut banner. Wow.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
I think she is one of the two to not have a rerun. Well, she is a newer character. So, ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is the second. Wait, is this the first phase? No, this is the second phase. This is the second phase, right? We're in the second phase of 4.7. I don't know. I don't know who's coming out with 4.8, but I feel like Risley was one of the first Fontaine 5 stars to be released, so maybe he'll get a rerun. I don't know. But depending on who's on the next two banners in 4.8, I might just like skip and save. I feel like, well, I started playing in December. First was Linny, but he already got a rerun already. My prediction is Emily and Nilu. Ooh, I might pull for Nilu. If it's Nilu. But if like Risley happens to be like after that, then I might just skip that banner. And then it's like I've been seeing a lot of things, a lot of people like discussing the predictions of like who's going to rerun within like the first few patches of like 5.0. And like the general like consensus amongst like a lot of people who are talking about it is that 5.0 is most likely to have Zhongli. 5.1 most likely Venti. And then 5.2 should be the Pyro Archon. And then so on and so forth. Like after the Pyro Archon, I think after the Pyro Archon, I think it'll be Raiden A again, then Nahida. Considering what we now know about like Nuvolette and Furina, I feel like I think they are in like the Archon. I'm just gonna call it the Archon rotation, considering they can't exactly spoil one of the main points of Fontaine by not rerunning Furina regularly. Thank you for coming home, Queen.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me. Which, of course, I completely understand and accept.
looking at it, actually it looks like it's going to be Navia Nilu and Amelie Yalan. If that is the 4.8. If that is the 4.8, if those like are the 4.85 stars, I might just like not pull the entirety of 4.8. If Risley was in it, I would pull, but considering most likely after 4.8 we're getting 5.0 and I sincerely want Zhongli, I might just get the entirety of 4.8 in terms of pulling. I'm sure some people didn't buy Navia's Lie. What about... Look, Delta. Zhongli. I've been wanting him since I got the fucking game. My gosh. I got a pre-farm for that, man. I got a pre-farm. I got a pre-farm for him. If I feel like because surprisingly I got Furina at around like 50 pity. Zhongli has been okay, he was released. I forget when he was released, but he reran in 3.0 and 4.0. So like it's very likely he's gonna be very oh, I gotta get ready for that Zhongli shrine. I gotta gather all of my Zhongli merch. And then someone got me a Zhongli plush. I gotta get that too. I gotta remember all the merch I have of Zhongli.
Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful.
Hey, if you fail a 50-50 and get guaranteed. I mean, yeah, I guess like in Nilu's case, but I don't know. Like, I kind of want to make it so I have to win a 50-50 with Zhongli because I'm just like, I don't know. Considering he's one of the characters I've wanted the most like for the longest time. Like, I feel like to raise the stakes, it's gotta be a 50. Not to mention, I keep saying if I lose the 50-50, I'm breaking my free-to-play vow. If I lose my 50-50 to Zhongli, like playing for Zhongli, I will break my free-to-play vow because I personally have not spent any money on this game. Honkai Star's a different, it's a different story. But other people have bought me things in Genshin. Well, if you do need help, I'll go. Yeah, it was pretty fun doing exploration with you, like when I was oculi hunting. Unfortunately, I can't join you for yours because you're like, I'm world 6, you're world 7 right now. Unless you
I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people. Especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes.
Oh, world 8, let's go! What's your AR right now? Just for 55? Nice!
I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
It's okay, Furina. If you want, we can go somewhere else.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
Maybe you've taken on a bit too much in one go?
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
That doesn't mean you should, like, hurt yourself.
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
I'm not staying quiet either.
Probably time we made a move.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
No domain for 55. Oops. I fell in the water. Okay, I'll claim the rewards in a bit. When we go back to the surface, I'll claim it. Alright.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
Welcome back, guys.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
This is the real Furina.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be.
Well, I know you can lower your world. You can only do it by one. But I'm world 6 currently. So, thank you for the offer, but I don't want people lowering their world for me. I feel so bad. Let's just open up a little. Just a little. If you're wondering, what I'm fiddling with, it's, some chocolate tittygrams. But, yes, thank you for the offer, Delta. When I decide, my characters are well built for World 8, I'll let you know.
As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind.
Yeah, I don't know what, material. I need to look up what material I need to get for him. But, yeah, I can probably start collecting that.
One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You know, aside from giving the authority of Hydro back to Neuvillette, I wonder if Focalor was also repenting for the fact that that some of her people did end up losing their lives because of the prophecy.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. Yeah, you were given a very hard role to play. You did so beautifully.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated.
Rena, I'll probably say this a lot. If you need a hug, I'm always here.
Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves.
Oh, please. Nuvi did a lot of the work.
Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom.
As you deserve. Like, yeah, a lot of people came together. I shouldn't. Nuvi played a big part, but so did Furina. So did Navia. So did Risley. So did Arlecchino, Linny, Lynette, and Femine. Everyone came together. And Child. That absolute mad lad.
But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Well, the thing is, Furina, I don't want to use you. I just want to be your friend.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Think of your freedom as your reward.
A reward?
Because now you can finally speak your heart.
I guess so. Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing a secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Shut up!
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
Paimon, what she meant to say was, she doesn't like to see you so down. Would you happen to feel better and gotten all of this off your chest?
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands.
Absolutely.
All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Oh, I got close.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard watching people getting to eat what you can't.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least.
Retweet,
so now
Delta.
He's playing the boar instead.
Retweet.
Sorry.
Paimon.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore.
Damn, that's fucked.
I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage.
That is also fucked. So this little troop of yours is found family essentially.
The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it.
Yeah, little kids are little shits.
One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah. For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe. And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Remember when I was talking about Luca? Zero tolerance for little brats. Remember when I was talking about Luca?
You're finally done? Get your butt over
Let me
here.
just double check, but I'm pretty sure.
This is our new artistic consultant.
I'm pretty sure.
Miss Furina.
No.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
No, he's not. Yeah, Luca mentioned. I'm pretty sure that's his VA right now playing, Palu. I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Well, I can't find it. I'm pretty sure. I'm just remembering. Oh yeah, that's him, isn't it? Yeah. Speak of the devil, he shall appear. And I can hear it too.
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
No, don't get me wrong. I really like Luca. I really, really do like Luca. It's just that sometimes, like, the following me around, it can be a bit much.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic.
You know, this is kind of like, I know like Little Ocean is probably like more reminiscent of like, you know, I guess Ponyo is kind of like another rendition of The Little Mermaid, I guess you could say. But this is just reminding me of Ponyo in the sense that, oh, there are like nature fluctuations.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
I mean, I mean, you weren't there, but like, man, if you saw what happened to Vache.
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
I mean, true.
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, sad to say, but she got murked by a deranged dude who couldn't accept that his lover passed away.
What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That's dark.
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
The obsession of love is a dangerous tool. It really is.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death, both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
You know, now that I think about it, I feel like Vache and Dottore would get along swimmingly. Either that or Dottore would use him as an experiment.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with O'Reilly.
Oh, you're dropping some hot tea! Risley, where you at?
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners.
And, well, considering if there's a pattern to how a lot of the troupe came together, like she found, well, I know she found, the dude who's playing the boar, I forgot his name already. She found him as a kid. I don't know when she found, the leading actress. I don't know, like, what, like, okay, like, let me say this. If she brought you into the troupe when you were, like, a minor, that'd be really icky if she decided to date you now that you're an adult.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone. Allons-y!
I love when she says that. Alright, look for Villemont. Okay, he's over there, which gives me the perfect opportunity to collect my dailies. Hi, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
Boop. Okay, you're like over here. Maybe this one. Alright, let's go visit Vilma.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Oh, nope, couldn't get that rainbow rose. What a shame.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Because she's never had to.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Oh, dude, were you not paying attention?
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That's okay. I got
That
you.
sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
For you, Furina? Anytime.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
You're not doing anything, Paimon. You're just floating there, so hush. Oh. I guess I could freeze you.
Freeze!
No escape!
Don't go anywhere. Oh. More.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Go, Baron Bunny! Crumble apart!
It's on the lamppost.
No one escapes my...
It's on the lamppost. How funny.
Drop!
Oh, don't run. Don't run.
Starfall! Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
I thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Yep, yep. Fire? Ooh. Let me ask, chat, are you guys... Well, I mean, of course, aside from watching stream, what are you guys up to?
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Grinding for Primos? Fair.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Yeah. At this point, like, I've had to remind myself to, you know, do some of the story quests and hangout events, like, on my own time. Like, aside from just, like, grinding for Primos and grinding to, like, level up characters, so I don't essentially, like, burn myself out from the game. So I just gotta remind myself, you know what, just play a sword quest. Because I did, like, Nilu's story quest, and it was, like, it was really sweet, and it was really cute and sweet. And... like, is it, like, I might be, like, I feel like Nilu kind of reminds me of, like, Toru Honda from Fruits Basket. He just gives off the same vibes.
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
You like Elon, Delta? You're not really helping.
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Fiamma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's not sus at all.
Listen, Fiamma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
Damn.
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized
It was synth, wasn't it?
the drink in question was synth.
Dun dun dun.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Oh. Delta, thank you for the hydrate while we're talking about a drug in the form of a beverage. I remember that it induces a state of euphoria, but it also causes significant harm to the body.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
But you could have turned them into authorities because this is an illegal drug, is it not?
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
Okay, I don't want to say either of these things because, like, it was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. Like, yes, it did ultimately lead to her untimely demise. But I feel like all of that blame should be on Vache's shoulders. You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
We couldn't, like, I know this is, like, easy to say, but, like, couldn't you have just, like, I don't know, contacted the authority? Because this is an illegal drug, right? Couldn't you have just, like, oh, I don't know, contacted the authorities? But I guess, like, the ball was already rolling at that point.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us?
Yeah, people do be dumb. Like, it's like, I don't know why the director didn't just go like, oh, so one of my subordinates accepted a sponsorship on behalf of the troupe without really discussing it with me. And it turns out the sponsorship was synth. We had no idea until it came to our doorstep. Could you please, like, I don't know, like, nix this in the bud, please?
What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered! She was the love of my life! And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show! How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
It was a mistake, Paulo. It was a mistake. He couldn't have known that all this was going to happen. But I understand you're very upset. So maybe we should all just take a walk separately. You know, just take a walk.
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve.
Okay, let's not go let's not go that far. Something tells me he isn't gonna accept things easily. Yeah, like this is very emotional. Like, for one, like the director was like family to everyone. Everyone like in this trip is like this found family. So there's like, and like, friend, like there's that platonic love, and then in Paulo's case, like there's strong romantic love, and yeah, emotions are running really high right now, which is why, again, I feel like people should just, let's just take a walk. Like, I'm not saying it's going to solve everything, but I think we should have this conversation with cooler heads.
End my life so I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you!
Pop off, queen.
Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe?
Pop off, queen.
You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters, to shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her, and that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
That's a beautiful way to put it, for you.
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Villemont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
You know, it might actually be possible to find out more about her fate. We do know where Vache's secret hideout was.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on Aurelie's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Leave it to me.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Oh right, all the items of the deceased must be like in what's the words I am looking for? Evidence storage. The fuck? What? You shitting me right now? Oh my gosh. This is what I get. Leave. Gosh. Where's the skip button? You're breaking the immersion of this wonderful story. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Let me get back to Furina's story! Are we good now? Are you gone? Ugh, I feel like I still can't do it. Right. Son of a bitch. Okay, you're explaining. The skip button. Sag. I just put on auto and go AFK. Yeah, well... I feel like that would take longer. And I'm trying to get through it as soon as possible. Son of a bitch. No leaving. I need to. Here's the thing. I picked up this quest because I was like, oh, there's a quest in here. Let me pick it up and I'll do it later. Not realizing I was gonna muck up one of my story quests. Like, I'm glad they're starting to, like, make it so that, that you can prioritize, like a quest that you're currently doing, but it's only with some of the more recent, story quests and Archon quests. Yeah, it really is. Like, I hope that, like, maybe, like, even if it's, like, bits and pieces as patches come out, like, maybe they could do that, like, for the rest of the quests. I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot. But, be nice if, Okay, can I continue? Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! And here's the thing, this whole time, people have just been talking. People have just been talking this whole time. Like, I don't even give two shits about this anymore. Great! We're doing this song and dance again. This is such a shame. Like, they could... Oh. I just wish that we could prioritize. Ugh, this sucks. Okay. I'm just... My X button is going to hate me after this. Like, I mean, like... I don't think a skip button or function would be too bad. Like, you can just make it so if someone hits skip, they'll just be like, are you sure you want to skip? I'm a bitch. There's a lot. Like, depending on the world quest, there can be a lot of dialogue. Because a lot of the world quests actually do, like, drop, like, a lot of, like, lore. Like, in world building. But I'm not here for that tonight. Wait, is that outside? Is that outside of this building? Is that outside of this building? Son of a bitch. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just skipping dialogue. Estelle! Hopefully this is one of the quicker ones. Well, for my Genshin players in chat, what was the last story quest you did? Since I'm doing a Furina story quest. What was the last story quest you did? Ugh. Tomorrow? Wait until the following morning. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to double check. I had a feeling. 8 o'clock. Probably Nahida. What's a story quest? Oh, they're like quests that that focus around certain characters. Like here's well, story quests like in Genshin are only available to 5 stars, whereas hangout events are only available to 4 stars. And we're currently doing Furinas. All right, you finished. They haven't done those unless another quest required them. Whew, okay. Oh yeah, I think I watched you play Nahida's story quest. I gotta remember, like whenever I'm doing a Sumeru story quest, I gotta put Nahida in my party so I can read people's minds.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
No! What the heck? Viper, thank you for the Spanish Inquisition. I wasn't expecting that. Why aren't you sleeping? Also, Claus. Not Claus. Oh my gosh. Claus. This is upsetting. How long is this quest? Okay. Are we done here or no? It's a document. Gosh. Nuvi? This seems kind of ridiculous, but if you need me to, I will go and explain that keycap expense to Nouvellette. Gladly. Oh. Not me paying attention when newbies mentioned. Yes, when will it end? Okay. Clearly someone's been overworking themselves. If only Nuvi would show up, this would make it all worthwhile. Are we done? Are we done? Please tell me we're done. Yes! Oh my gosh. My goodness. Wait. Cancel navigation. Because I was like, wait a minute, why is it leading me outside the Fontaine Research Institution? Weren't we supposed to be here? Like, all right. After that little detour, let's get back to Furina's story. Sadine?
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Ah, there's a good reason we'd look through those possessions.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
Thank you. Janine sends a staff member to retrieve the box of Riley's belongings.
This is all O'Reilly
O'Reilly.
left behind.
Apologies.
Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
We still got it done, though.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
Well, he drowned for his crimes, so... Silver lining?
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Is something wrong?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left.
Well, I mean, I doubt he was treating them right.
Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th? Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of the time. Sorry. I don't know if writing this is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approach. What terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry. So sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever and my old stomach troubles have returned. But nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Christian. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose that they think that anything goes as long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It's so damp here. I've given her my blanket. So cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who is losing my grip. If anyone sees this troop safe, I am important. Please, farewell. Apologize. Life form, future, threat, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossing outs and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of the artistic director O'Reilly.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her, and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn up, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are two new lines Arlie has written in handwriting much more legible than before. It seems they took both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this what you truly want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come.
This lady was strong.
I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Bring the diary back. Oh. That's so heavy. But I know her thoughts and feelings have reached the rest of the trip. Damn. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary.
Claus, thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Alright, here's the stretch. Oh, Claus, I hope your rest, please. I hope your sleep feels well rested. I can't speak. I hope you feel better. Thank you, Claus, and thank you for the lovely message earlier. That was very sweet of you.
Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director.
Seems like you're also tired. Yeah, I'll probably go to sleep soon after streaming.
I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director Aurelie and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
I don't have a sleepy routine, Eden. Ooh, let's go, Delta! Ooh, that's the first time I've seen someone get that, I feel like. Ooh, you know what, Viper? It's probably because you haven't slept.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
I mean... Ava?
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her.
It's just English is hard for me. Okay, Viper.
Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Use those connections, Furina.
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
Hush, let Furina do her thing.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Believe in yourselves. Go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know just where to find him.
Newbie! You don't have to tell me twice. You tell me twice. Go find Newbie. Let's go. Let's go. Newbie!
Hey, look at that. Looks like I guessed right.
He looks so beautiful as always.
You were just guessing?
I mean, they've spent 500 years working together. I think Furina can guess his usual hangout spot. Shut up, Delta.
I knew you'd be here.
Take out the L and turn that M upside down, and that is what I'll do for Newbie.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
Shut up. Shut up. Let me enjoy this man in peace.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share the story of the little Oceanid with Nouvelette, along with the backstory.
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Oh, Nuvi, you're such a sweetheart. Rather than carry me, I'd love to waltz with him. Fuck. Oh my gosh, that would be wonderful.
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage.
I am cooked when the Date with Delt DLC comes out with, like, Grimmy being fully voiced. I'm cooked.
I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
And we appreciate everything you've done.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life.
Me too, Nouvelette. Retweet.
Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role.
Nouvelette sounds like such a proud father.
It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not.
We love supported Nuvi.
I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nouvelette.
Oh, I love you. Let me give you a kiss.
You are very welcome.
Oh, I love you so much. Nuvi. Hi.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Cleo's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Nin. Okay. yes. Going back to the troop. Yes. The rehearsal location. Yes. Yes. That's what we're doing.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
Let's go, Furina!
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast.
Isn't that like 16? 16? That's hold on. I could understand if I was playing one of the Archon quests right now, but like, what? 16?
Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
Oh,
This is truly wonderful.
you're talking about in terms of all of Fontaine. You're a bit off, Delta, but yeah, it's pretty high.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse.
You absolute melthouse.
Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Mm-hmm.
Look at us. We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all,
Paimon.
she's really fired everyone up!
Shut up. That wasn't necessary. I mean, I can't say I don't have just as many sins for Newt. He's so beautiful. He's so kind. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you can tell he's developed a love for his people as well. I just really like Nuvi. And I'd hopefully we can see more of him. Like both like in events and like main story. But I know currently, in the current state of Fontaine, he's got to like kind of work out all the logistics of being its new ruler, even though he hasn't quite told everyone that's what he is technically. He's like, oh yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to tell people I'm the Hydro Dragon Sovereign. Yeah, he's so distinguished and elegant, like the way he sits in chairs, goddamn. I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Alex.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
That's a pretty nice fountain prop.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
Oh.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Furina.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Well, at least this is your decision.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep.
No, it's not.
No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director.
Oh, really?
What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Girl, Dolphy? Furina's been living this for 500 years. Chat, are you ready? Are you ready?
Is she here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et à la fois. Je suis seule et toujours là.
I had to shut up. I had to mute because no, that performance. Oh my gosh, she killed it. She cooked, devoured, left no crumbs.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
Yeah, that was freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh, Furina.
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice.
It's okay, Furina. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Yeah, you're back on the stage on your own terms this time.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
You deserve all the praise. And it reminds me of, and so I cursed her.
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged.
Yeah, no. And so I cursed her has the same, like, I know this was from an event, but it has the same delivery of Enjo's. Oh, I totally did betray them. I love how unserious Genshin can be sometimes.
After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that.
And this is how Furina gets her vision.
I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it?
Oh yeah, this looks like other Fontanian's visions, except it's got little pointy teeth.
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Mm-hmm. Return to see Delphi and Lawwick. Where are we right now? This is the Palais, and oh shit, I've got a lot of resin to wait. Do I have condensed resin? No, I don't. I can condense it and call it a day. There we go. Delphi! The show went swimmingly!
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, I know Charlotte was all over that scoop.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
You two are like the couple back in the Fortress of Meripede, as well as I'll hate them in Kave.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like
The angry
wildfire.
couple.
You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
The old married couple arguing.
You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce.
Well, it's not acting.
You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Hey, it's income.
Sorry.
I mean, at the same time, Nouvelette did say, like, you will have no worries about lodging, food, and travel.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nouvelette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated Director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Oh, look at that. Oh, hold on. Let's talk to everyone one more time.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Hold on, Delta. Give me 1 second.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, the show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
Aww. Furina, you did wonderful.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Okay, let me just... on. It's gotta be in here. 1 second. It's gotta be in here. It's gotta be in here! Because I swear he says something about it. Huh. I could have sworn there was a voice line that like literally confirms that Nouvelette is is the one who gave Furina her vision. Huh. Maybe it's this one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he like confirms that. Oh yeah, I'm the one. I could have sworn there was like a voice line. It might be like his 5th one. But I don't have enough friendship. Oh, you know what? Let me hear it.
Happy birthday! Here, please take this ticket as your gift. It's a VIP seat to see Happy Day. Just don't forget to show up to the performance. What's Happy Day? Well, I wanted to keep it a surprise, but it's an opera that I've rehearsed personally. It's about a big group of people that gather together to celebrate a certain very important person. You understand now, right? Just don't forget to come.
Okay, this will unlock later. Yeah, ads do come at the worst time, don't they? Let's see. The friendship level 6. Ah, that's not enough. That's not enough. Hold on. Oh yeah, there should be... Ah. Oops, I didn't mean... You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get another one. Because the next... Okay, you know what? I probably won't be able to do it. But the next time I play Genshin, which is Saturday, that is the plan, I kind of want to do both of Sino's story quests, and I just spent my key. But here's the thing. I have Friday and Saturday to get 8 more keys, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oops. Yes, I know Sino's one of your favorites, Eden, so I know you're probably excited about that. Although you might...
Truly beginning to thrive.
Although you might want to experience his second story quest. Because I know you've played the first story quest before. You might want to... there you go, barking again. So you might just want to, like, experience it for yourself, but, yeah. I will see if I have, like, the energy to do 2 in one stream. I've done it before. But, yeah. I thought I was the wolf here. Yeah, despite that, you've meowed a lot, Delta. You've meowed a lot instead of barking. Well, regardless, I think that's a good place to end off. We find out how Furina gets her vision. And that's by devouring, leaving no crumbs. Just doing one of the best performances ever. Mwah. She is a queen. She is a queen. All right, let me see if there's anyone live. Let me see if there's like any of my streamer friends that are live. We're gonna raid Sushi Fairy. We're gonna raid Sushi Fairy.
Honor guide me.
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll raid RC Cat. Oh, Jesus. Oh. No. You redeemed it, Eden. So we're gonna raid RC tonight. If there's one thing... Oh, I'm not gonna do is, there we go. Okay, RC is currently playing Splatoon right now. Oop. Fine. There we go. Okay, so I think he's acting a little funky. But... I'd like to thank everyone for joining me on this waning night. Yeah, it was a really good stream. I cannot believe I got Furina at 50 pity. That was great. And as Eden is doing, be sure to check out these links so you can find my socials on in other places of the internet, Discord so you can chat with the community offline, and VOD so you can watch any streams you may have missed. Alright, guys. Oh! Alright. Did I forget? Even though... Yeah, here's a little raid message you can copy and paste once we go raid RC. Yeah, tomorrow, like, the plan is to play another visual novel, so I will be bringing back the Heart Monitor. I will be playing Error 143. So, if you want to see some more, like, shenanigans, some more visual novel shenanigans, be sure to pop by tomorrow. Alright guys, until I rise again, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!